Did you know that there are some very clever ways that we can get feedback from the subconscious while the client is in hypnosis? Hi, I'm clinical hypnotherapist Stephanie Conkle, and I'm just going to briefly explain what ideomotor responses are. So ideomotor responses are something that we as the hypnotherapist can set up in the client's body to get responses back from the subconscious. So usually we can set them up in the fingers. That's normally where we set them up. But an ideomotor response can be a head nod or a head shake from the client. It could be eyes blinking. But most of the time we'll set up an ideomotor response basically saying, we'll move this finger for a yes or move this finger for a no. So those will be digital responses, right? And we're asking the subconscious to move the fingers. So when the subconscious moves the fingers, and usually it's a very slow, jerky movement, not all the time, but most of the time, that's how you know that response is coming from the subconscious and not the conscious mind while the client is in hypnosis. So if you get the ideomotor response, is that you can ask it questions and it can give you yes or no answers. Now I teach a protocol where the subconscious just talks to me verbally and gives me full sentences, but before I discovered my protocol, I used ideomotor responses quite often. I still use them today in my work because they do have a place in my work. You can also read the subconscious from the client's nonverbal cues. So before I learned how to do it to get the verbal response, I learned the ideomotor response. And before that, I was just watching for body language. I was calibrating the client. I was listening for change in tone of voice, for tonal facial muscles, skin tone changing, temperature change, body language. So there was a lot of other things that I was looking for to get response back from the subconscious before ideomotor responses. So there's multiple ways that you can get confirmation back from the subconscious. Okay, and ideomotor responses is just one way to do that. It's a really cool way. If you are a hypnotist, maybe if you're a newbie or a baby hypnotist and you haven't learned ideomotor responses, I do recommend that you take a class on that so that you can really get the hang of it. And because once you add that to your work, it just changes everything. It's so nice to have confirmation from the subconscious, knowing that you've given a suggestion and that the subconscious has taken the suggestion in, so you don't have to guess and you don't have to worry about whether or not your suggestions are being heard and understood and programmed in at the unconscious level, right? All right, so if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.